DRYS, that is Dry Shipping Incorporated, rather Dry Ships Incorporated. The chart we're looking at today is a 5-minute chart. Each candlestick on chart representing 5 minutes of trading. So we go back to the beginning of the trading day, and you can see this thing ran over 100%, closing at 133%. At the high of the day, over 150%. Now, I actually made a post on StockTwits about this stock and where I thought it was going to get denied at resistance, and sure enough, it literally got denied right at the exact resistance level that I was posting there on StockTwits, which was that 1563 area right here. Got denied right there, and then it fell down. It did pop a little bit, but from then on it was higher lows all day up until the close there. Regardless though, it definitely had a nice breakout at this area here, and then once again at this area here. So we had two main areas of resistance. Now you can see this line's blue. That's because I actually used to use blue pivot points way back in the day, over a year ago. I changed those to these white lines, and kind of interesting to see that I had this line way back there. And then sure enough, it did kind of break out there. The resistance was a little bit lower all this time later, a year later, but it did end up breaking out pretty close. And then once again, over here, the next area of resistance, it got denied quite a bit, and then it broke out here when it made that push up to the StockTwits post I made here about the gap up. So this resistance was actually the gap up from about 4 days ago when this thing sold off on the 3rd, so 7 days ago actually, and it sold off really hard, fell all the way down from about 20 bucks all the way down to about 4.5 bucks. So we had a big gap up there, and the reason why the gap up wasn't all the way to 20 is because we actually had a lot of support at 1563 historically. So that's really where the gap up would be completed, and sure enough, that's what happened today. So without further ado, let's discuss those areas that I mentioned. So 966 is going to be this line here. This is where we could be looking for support if this thing does start trending down. And that breakout area is going to be 1563. Now this thing is probably done running. I don't think it's going to break out anymore since it already completed its gap up. But if anything, we may see it push right back up to this 1563 area of resistance. So we could have a potential day trade between this channel, really wide channel, and we could see it push up to 1563 there. Of course, the channel could be condensed a bit now that we have some support around the $11 mark. We could see some support at 11 and it pushed to 1563 again. But really, this thing did amazing today, and I'm not going to be crossing my fingers for another play on it. I'll be getting a little bit greedy, but I am going to be watching these levels, 1563 for another breakout slash a potential short position, 966 for a potential bounce off support. If 966 breaks, this thing's going to be looking pretty bearish, and we could see it fall all the way back down to that blue pivot point, which is going to be $7 flat. So that's all there is to really take a look at there. If you guys are not following me on StockTwits, I'd recommend that you do so, and you might get some good trades in there as well. Not that you're not making good trades already, but I definitely like to post stuff that's going to help people, and if my posts help you out, I'm more than happy to have you following me, and I definitely would like to see you guys on there as well. So consider that, and consider joining us at activeinvestors.net, where we have our chat room and discuss these trades in real time. So catch you guys later. Have a good one.